Success does not come overnight. Without a grain of work, success may not be your portion, and the knowledge that it presents itself in various formats is key to a meaningful and gratifying life. Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He will establish your plans. Welcome to Chronicles with Stephie, the podcast, Season 3, Episode 2. Think of a word, a positive word, and it may just be a chronicle shared in this space. Let's make life more meaningful. Hi, Gems! Welcome back, or welcome to the space on the internet that we are creating to make life more meaningful. Happy New Week! Well, even though it's coming to the end of the week, nonetheless, I hope and pray that your week has been going according to the desires of your heart. I hope it's been, renewing a sense of purpose in you. And I hope that you've been amassing and accumulating, the successes that you have endeavored. So welcome to today's episode. We're talking about success. So if this is something that you will enjoy, or if you just like listening to my voice, continue to stick around as we get into today's podcast, Success Chronicles. Okay, Gems. So, if you've ever heard the song Likes by Chronicles, an international Jamaican recording artist, a popular line in that song says, "Success don't come overnight." I love that line because it reigns true in my opinion. We've all heard Rome wasn't built in a day. Or, you plant the seed today, it won't reap tomorrow. To become truly successful, one must start at the beginning. The beginning meaning the foundation of your life. Now, if you don't know what the foundation of your life is, fret not. Okay, don't be dismayed, because we make life more meaningful in this space. So, what does it mean to set a foundation for your life, or have a foundation for your life? Self-foundation or life foundation starts with knowledge of self. That was kind of self-explanatory. If y'all thought I was coming with something grand, that's just it. So, self-foundation starts with knowledge of self. It includes your behaviors, values, and a moral compass, as I would say. The tenets that anchor us to this life experience is what lays our foundation of life. Of course, God and love is the foundation of life. But what do these tenets look like? So they should look something like speaking the truth and speaking it ever, cause it what it may. Should look like love. Should look like respect, mutual respect. It should look like honor. It also should include faith, gratitude, trust, obedience, and penultimate, the Almighty being at the center of our lives, being at the core of our lives, or at the foundation, if you may. Having this awareness builds esteem and confidence in who you are and what you're about, especially if it's reciprocated. If it's reciprocated, it's one of the nicest experiences. Anything that you give of yourself in a positive sense, and it's reciprocated, that's your good karma, that's your good jujus coming back. I think it's just such a rewarding and fulfilling experience as a human being. It really does help to make life a little bit more meaningful. Well, that's my humble opinion. But when we feel empowered, we tend to become motivated, don't we? And with that sense of motivation, we tend to do, perform, achieve, or complete a task. And if this is done repetitively and with patience, of course, anything that you're committing yourself to, you should always do it with a sense of patience, knowing that, again, if you plant the seed today, it won't necessarily reap it tomorrow. But you do it with a sense of patience. Success, I guarantee you, will come to fruition. Now, success is it's such a liberal word. It's a contextual word. It's a defining word, because essentially success is varied. So let's ground this episode. Let's lay a foundation And let's identify a definition of the word success. Success is defined as the accomplishment of an aim or purpose. That's it. That's the tweet. That's the tweet of the day. Success is defined as the accomplishment of an aim or a purpose. That's what the dictionary said, not me. The aim or purpose can be individualized or it can be collective. And it's very important to know the difference, and I'll break it down. Say, for example, there exists a task for you as an individual to accomplish, and you did. Please understand that that is success. You set out to accomplish a task. You set out to accomplish an aim or purpose. You did it. You excelled in that which you set out to do, and that is success. As minor as it may seem, that's success. That's the definition, plainly put. Vice versa, as a collective. If there exists a task that you are to accomplish collectively, and you did it as a team, as a group, as parts to create a whole, please understand that that is also success. The definition did not include a measurement. It didn't include a measurement in length. It didn't include a measurement in width, height, time, space. It didn't. So please don't overthink it. Just take it as it is. The definition simply says it's an accomplishment of an aim or a purpose. Now let's get into the realness of success, and let's try to concretize it and put it into context, as a matter of fact. So before I go on, please write this down. Like, seriously, go get a pencil or a pen, type it into your notes on any electronic device that can store it. Write this down, please. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I say some of them didn't even get, like, y'all didn't even flinch to go and get something to write it down in. I can understand if you're driving or you're operating something, but if you're sitting and you've carved out the time to listen to this successful episode, might I add, write that down. Cement it in the core of your memory that you can do all things through Christ who gives you the strength. Okay? Let's move on. If your heart desires anything worth achieving, do not worry about the when, don't worry about the where, the why, the what, or the who, the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Don't worry about any of that. Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10 instructs us, fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. That's a promise right there. That is a promise. It is set in stone from my idea from before I was a mere little thought envisioned by God for success. He instructed that we should not fear. So if we have desires that we'd like to achieve, if we have an aim and a purpose that we'd like to achieve, don't fret about the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, the why, the what, the who. He will give you the strength. He will help you. And He will definitely uphold you. Though it may be challenging, though it may seem so far-fetched, though it may have its ups and downs, its bumps and bruises, He will uphold you. He will see you through it. So any desire that you may have that's worth achieving, any positive desire that you have that is worth achieving, you know for sure that this will guarantee you success. It will come to fruition, all that you're manifesting. Push through, endure. Secondly, if your heart desires accomplishing a goal or task, don't worry about the support you will or won't receive. Don't worry about the wealth you will or won't receive. Don't worry about the negativity you won't or may receive. Philippians chapter 4 verse 6 instructs, do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. I hope that you guys are following. Any desire that you have to accomplish, don't worry about it. Don't worry about who's going to show up for you or who's not going to show up for you. Chances are, and And I think this is tested, tried, and true. Strangers usually show up more for you than persons who you know. I don't know what about that phenomenon is so alarming, but it's just the truth. And I don't know whether that's unfortunate or fortunate. And I don't stick around to find out, the woes surrounding, why the persons who you value in high esteem won't support something that you're doing. You just have to accept that as, I don't know if that's bad. I don't know if that's a bad thing, but as hard as it may be to hear, it's worth accepting, because you have that which is going to propel you to success. You have God. Okay? You have God on your side. And he says if he is for you, then who is possibly going to be against you? Remember, we're all here in this human experience just experiencing each other. We're not here to possess one over the other. And though it would be nice to have our dear treasured gems, our closest, to support whatever endeavors that we may have, please understand and acknowledge that it may not necessarily be the case. But you have to nonetheless push through. Not worry about it, not be anxious about anything, but in every single situation, through prayer and petition, of course with thanksgiving, with a heart of gratitude, just present your request to God. Anything that you set out to accomplish, in my humble opinion, I think this is one of the greatest advice that I received. Don't let money, which the love of can be the root of all evil, don't let that be your main priority or your main factor of motivation. Wealth takes time to accumulate. And if you listen to the previous episode on patience, if you haven't, take a listen. Developing an attitude, a mindset, and habits of patience will help you to understand that. Things do take time. Rome wasn't built in a day. Success is not going to be had in a day. I can tell you that. I can guarantee that. So understand that money cannot be a motivational factor. It's a factor. And unfortunately, whether we like to admit it or not, it does help to motivate, especially if we're in need of it. But again, don't be anxious for it. Don't be anxious for the negativity that you may think you will receive. And even if individuals whose minds are not enlarged enough with the wisdom of God speak or perform something that's unrighteous, that he does not bless or approve, keep it pushing and moving. It may be hard, because you may in the twinkling of the night want to just lash out. But if you have a heart like Christ, and if you stay fixed and focused on him, and remember what you've asked of him through prayer, through petition, with thanksgiving, you'll realize that success is going to be your portion. So stay focused on that. Number 3, if your heart desires attaining a positively reinforcing possession in order to enhance the success that God has granted you, please never cease in gratitude. I encourage us to listen to the Gratitude Podcast episode for greater emphasis. Please adopt, practice, learn, understand, comprehend, make it your lifestyle a heart of gratitude. Because it's those sleepless nights, those exhausting nights, those working nights at the midnight hour, when you've been falling on bended knees, asking, requesting, making your petitions known to God to enlarge your territory, to live in an overflow or an abundance, to have an excess, and it's given unto you through the home that you desired and you were able to acquire. A favorite indulgence like food, a favorite indulgence like a purse, a pair of shoes, and you worked your way through it and you've amassed the success to attain it. Please remember your heart of gratitude. All things come from God, and just as easily as it's been given, I can assure you it can be taken, or you can be taken out of the equation, and somebody, for want of a better word, will enjoy your spoils. Now work too hard for your next somebody, right? Work in order to enjoy that which you would like to indulge in. But never forget to give God thanks. Never forget to thank others who have helped you along the way, along the road that was paved for you to amass success. Don't forget where you're coming from. Don't forget those who actually stayed to support you. Those strangers, those loved ones, those friends, don't forget them. Just exercise a heart of gratitude when you're climbing the ladder to success. Because remember, heights of great men reach and kept were not attained by sudden flight. They, while their companions slept, were toiling upwards through the night. A lot of persons burning the midnight oil. Some will be there with you, some won't. But enjoy it. Because, again, it won't last. And not that it won't last, but remember there's seasons for everything. Sometimes there's a season of great success. Sometimes there's a season to prepare and build. Just like a harvest, sometimes you plant the seed. So you've been tilling the soil, you've been planting the seeds, you've been nurturing it and watering it, and then, without fail, you'll be able to harness your harvest. Okay, you'll be able to enjoy your success. So knowledge of what success for yourself is, it will always help to maintain a sense of your why. Understanding that success is varied in every experience you encounter is also key. Success can look different from Miss Mary versus Mass Joe. It can look very different. Success again can look different with Stephie versus Ashley. It can look different from Kyle versus Nicholas. It's different. And that's okay. Learning that the road to success encompasses different start and stop points along life's journey is crucial, It is so crucial. So nobody's ahead or behind of anybody. Remember, success has no measurement. The definition didn't include a measurement. So how each of us chooses to accomplish success is just that. It's a choice. Hopefully a righteous choice. No, seriously, make sure it's a righteous choice. No, but I pick up no squammer things and I do things where that you yourself would not be pleased with, that your consciousness would not be able to allow you to get a good night's rest. We would not allow you peace. Okay? No one on earth has the exact mindset as the next to, commit their time, their skill set, and even their devotion to accomplish a task. And all of that is 100% fabulous. It's great. It's wonderful. It's excellent. It's okay. Because we are all made in the image of God, not of each other. There's this thing that says you may have a doppelganger. We're not the same. Different genetic makeup. Even there's how it go again? Oh, don't pass me by. No, yeah. 7 different children, 7 different mindset, and success among all 7 is going to be varied. So we're made in the image of God, not the images of each other. Hence, the calling is going to be varied, the success is going to be varied, the road is going to be varied. And I encourage us to not assign a price tag to our success. Do not assign a comparative tag, a jealous or a bad mind tag, an impure tag, a non-celebratory tag, a judgmental tag, or just an ungrateful tag to our success, because it is simply to accomplish an aim or purpose. So just develop tunnel vision for me. Develop tunnel vision and an immovable prayer and faith life, and just know that when you keep the Almighty first, everything will be added thereafter. So envision the successes that you desire. Write it down. Surround yourself with like-minded souls. Pray fervently. Exercise discipline. I have an episode on discipline, so re-listen. Exercise discipline and patience, of course, and have faith and gratitude that God will see it through. Clap for others when they have amassed their success, because you don't know when your time will come, and maybe God is being tested, tried and true, to see just how well you uplift and celebrate others. I think he tests us with that to see how humble we will be and how grateful we will be to that which he wants to grant unto us. So have a heart of gratitude in your success, and please remember that success is varied. It looks different among each of us. because we're all different. We all have our varied mindsets, and it's just to pursue that aim or purpose until it's accomplished. As per usual, thank you so much for listening. I'll leave you with a song of meaning. It's You Will Win by Jacqueline Carr. Peace and love and light. And I wish you the very best in the successes that is to come. Bye everyone.